My name is Alita Talavera, and the topic I have chosen on was to do interracial marriages. Interracial marriages wasn't allowed in the late 1800s or so, but the attitude towards interracial marriages have been altered over the past 40-some years. This growing trend of mixing races have been more coming and common, and the numbers are climbing. The younger generation have been more acceptable of mixing races. But in recent years, interracial marriages have been doubling in numbers. This growing trend has the society a little more tolerant to the idea of marrying the different races. But the older generation have a hard time with the interracial marriage. What is changing American youth are non-resistant to what is going on back in the old days, and was once a major social taboo. There are major positive outcomes that have been through different types of medias. The younger generation have been more acceptable to the idea of mixing races and marriage. Since the numbers are growing more in the interracial marriage, it's where it has become more of a trend and more of a new taboo in replacing the old. Peer groups in the popular culture have long sent the message saying that interracial marriage or dating is a cool and they don't judge. This new growing trend of interracial marriage is surely to become more common, and society is going to have to get used to the idea. Interracial marriages have increased so much over the years, and it's more of the younger generation that is somehow making this possible. The younger generation is more acceptable with mixing races because they see them as people, and not as color or what history has portrayed them. This generation has helped with the growing trend of interracial marriages and the dating part. When the interracial marriages started to become more of a normal to the society, and the society has a hard time with the idea at first, but starting to grow on them. What makes this a growing trend for interracial marriage is that most people don't judge by the book by its cover, but what's inside of it. When it comes to the idea of interracial marriages, it's still frowned upon, but most people still manage to fall in love and make it happen. Yes, they do go through some racism and the looks that people will give. Somehow people who are in interracial marriages manage to keep their spirits up and keep strong, even though negative opinion of people may be thrown at them. When mixing races, there looks, qualities, and things in common and personality, and they will notice that they are alike in some areas. Interracial marriages have been a growing trend over the years, and now the numbers will continue to grow. Growing trends have been becoming more of a norm for the generation and for the future generation, because the interracial marriages won't really be frowned upon anymore. Interracial marriages or couples will always have their ups and downs with society now, but the more they're becoming common, the harder it will be for them to put down interracial couples. There will always be something in society that will have a hard time dealing with, but it isn't like the old days. This topic is also personal and important to me since I'm in an interracial relationship and engaged to be wed to an African American. Yes, we still get looks, and along with some puzzled looks when we are in public. I had a hard time with my mom liking the idea that I was in a relationship with a different race. But my mom was raised back in the days where this type of relationship was frowned upon. But she warmed up to the idea, and now she was okay with it. We've been through some ups and downs, but we are strong and we hold our own. I know that we will go through a lot more, and just like other interracial couples, we just keep our heads up and not let anything bring us down.